So this year we talked a lot about millennials, student debt, homeownership rates, renters versus buyers, and today I want to revisit all of that and kind of tie it all together, if you will, and pose a question or maybe just a thought. Believe it or not, in the middle of a great recovery, there's growing concerns that a slowdown is imminent. Now sure, if 2007 and 9 taught us anything, it's the fact that markets don't always just go up. Contrary to popular belief, housing can be affected by the market and home prices will not always increase. Okay, lesson learned, we get it. So it would be silly to think that we could continue at this pace. After all, lenders and realtors alike are having record-breaking years right now, but when does the slowdown begin? Well, some media outlets believe sooner rather than later, and I don't have a crystal ball, so I won't even try predicting this. However, Gallup recently released an interesting article titled, "In the US, Fewer Non-Homeowners Expect to Buy a Home." Now, we'll give you the link below, but I know you guys, and I know you just want the good stuff now, so here you go, we'll give it to you. What you'll find, if you read it, is that apparently 41% of Americans don't expect to purchase a home in the foreseeable future. Now, that's up 10% from 2013 when it was only 31%. That's pretty interesting, at least to me. Also, the Gallup article states that the homeownership rate is at a 15-year low, and oddly enough, I actually think that's not accurate. From what I can see, it's at a 48-year low. Take a look. Now, why is that? For those of us that call this industry home, this is a very important question because if these stats are accurate, then we need to get out there and help change the apparent negative mindset about home ownership. Gallup and other media outlets state this negative view is due to the aftermath of our past recession. Investors continuing to buy up inventory, pricing the next generation out of the market, student debt strapping next generation a massive amount of debt, incomes not keeping up with price increases, millennials living with mom and dad, and several other factors, including the fact that the world is just a smaller place now and folks tend to move around a lot, making renting sometimes a better option for them. The crazy thing is, all this rental momentum has continued even in the midst of rents increasing 100% over the past 20 years. And I know that's crazy, but it's true. Not to mention that some cities saw double-digit increases just over the past year. Seattle, our hometown, rents increased 15% in 1 year. In Iowa, it's even more, 20% in just 1 year. That's an insane increase, and it should be pushing more folks to the home buying side. This is why some folks say a slowdown is imminent. They would say, hey, if low rates can't turn the tide, then basically nothing will. They'd also state that rates are set to increase, and this will slow down the activity that we're all seeing this year. Now, I don't know, me personally, I get what they're saying, but I also look at it the same way I look at the show. I love to meet new real estate professionals that have never seen the show. It doesn't make me sad that they haven't seen our show. It's actually the opposite for me. It's an opportunity to meet someone new and gain them as a viewer. So yes, the homeownership rate is low and rents are increasing, but that means that there's tons of opportunity then to educate renters to the advantages of owning a home. If it's at a 48-year low, then great, then there's tons of room to move that needle back up. We as an industry have to understand these renters' why and understand their fears so we can then speak to those fears. And for those of us that have been in the industry for quite some time, it's not always going to be the fact that your home is a good savings account and it's always better to pay yourself than a landlord. Yes, that's true, but the world and the game is changing right before our eyes and we need to adapt with it. It's smaller and much faster, and yesteryear's response on why owning a home is better than renting may not always be the best answer. Now, what are your thoughts on the matter? Do you think the slowdown is coming too? What are your thoughts on the Gallup survey? And guys, be okay sharing this on your social media sites. Most people won't because it's negative news. It's okay. Just share this stuff and take the time to educate your audience as to why you agree or disagree. It's not always rainbows and ponies, and people appreciate all the facts and honesty. At least I do. I'll see you guys next week.
I can feel my face when I'm with you.